Hello everyone. Today in our final episode of the season, we have for you not one but two incredibly talented guests, Rashi and Ruchi from Azure. This dynamic duo is a powerhouse of creativity. With the confidence and exceptional interior design expertise, every space that they touch turns into elegance and luxury. So welcome to the Confidence Couch, Ruchi, Rashi. We'll start from the beginning. So I know that your first project together as a team was Hello Bastar. How would you describe your journey since then to where you are in the present today?
Thank you so much for having us. I would like to start with the very initials. We started in 2013. So Rashi and I were together during our design course. We studied together.
Right.
But our friendship actually blossomed during the internship period.
Okay.
And from there on, a project came to us. I'm wanting to get the store designed. And he was into Bastar artworks.
Okay.
Yeah. And Rashi asked me, let's go and check out the place.
Okay.
And from there, the journey started.
Okay.
Yeah. So it was never like a planned move.
Right.
It was very organic. And actually, to be very honest, we never discussed that we are partners.
Okay.
We just jumped into it. We saw an opportunity and we just jumped.
So till date, do you know that you all are partners or just friends and doing the same project everywhere you're going?
So it's more of being friends and doing this together.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah. Friendship comes above and then the partnership and then the business follows. Yeah.
That's how actually good work comes into being. So the
True.
friendship and then the work, so everything aligns well.
Yes. So if I have to describe our journey so far, I would give it a word of resilience, because back then when we started, internet was not that evolved.
Very true.
So we did not have influencers to follow their steps.
Yes,
So we figured out everything on our own.
very true.
Yes.
So actually, to understand how to start your work, you all learned it on the way.
True.
That's wonderful.
Yeah.
So it sounds like an incredible journey. It's clear that working together requires good trust and synergy. Now, how do you manage differences of opinion while communicating your ideas and vision together? And how do you maintain that synergy and trust between the two?
So as you mentioned, trust and synergy are two most important things when it comes to making decision.
Absolutely.
And as co-founders, making decisions is the thing we do the most. Like every day we are making decisions.
Yeah.
And bottom line is keeping open communication, having trust and mutual respect is the key.
कौन पहले मनाता है? मतलब like who convinces the other when there is a difference of opinion?
So it's never like कौन किसे मना रहा है. It's just that we try and communicate our perspective to each other.
Okay.
And that's how we figure out, okay, this is the best solution to this situation.
So there's always a middle ground.
Always.
Or understanding the best idea.
Right.
Yes. So I would like to add, we have started when we were quite young.
Very true.
So I was, we were in the start of our 20s when we started. So that time till now, we have kind of grown together. We have evolved with time.
Right.
Initially, even today, the crucial decisions are taken by both of us.
Right.
But then initially, each and every major or minor decisions were taken with discussions.
Okay. You have started to
Yes.
understand what is required or be accepted.
Yes.
Right. Right. Of course, we understand design also relies heavily on solid partnerships, especially with craftsmen and contractors also. So how have strong communication and good relationship with them played out in your favor?
So we believe that having a good relationship with contractors is very crucial for any project. And if a contractors and designer vision aligns, so it improves the end result of any project manifold.
The efficiency,
Outcome, everything improves a lot if a designer visions and contractor visions aligns.
Right.
And moreover, the entire ecosystem is built like that the entire credit goes to interior designer. But we believe that the real heroes are contractors and craftsmen who put in their hard work and efforts to bring our designs into reality.
Right. Very true. The team actually comes in place, and of course, the strong team also helps in everything.
Right.
True.
Yes.
So to the contractors, we have never ever thought that they are not a part of our core team.
Right.
We actually do the designing and the visioning of a project on paper, but they are the people who actually give life to it.
Yeah.
So it is very important. And initially, we were not well aware of how to actually treat them or how to behave with them, because what we have kept hearing from our elders and from the mentors in the industry, that you need to be a little tight with the contractors.
Okay.
But it has worked the other way for us. Nowadays, we have started a practice that whenever a project is handed over, we actually celebrate with the contractors.
Very true.
Yes.
So actually the main heroes are of course the contractors, and you are actually giving that kind of, I would say, the culture you are bringing to treat your vendors and the craftsmen the best way. And I think that works, the efficiency also increases when they like to work with you.
Yes.
So it does help, and you all are bringing that culture, and that's really nice. Okay, so to ensure smooth collaboration and mutual respect, it's very essential to follow certain etiquette practices on work. So could you share some etiquette practices you follow with your team?
Sure. So to give a little background, we are a team of 55 employees.
Oh wow, that's wonderful.
Yeah, and most of them are women. So, and we are a big believer of work-life balance. And so we promote that, our team should not carry their work to their home. It should be defined to their office hour.
Wonderful, yeah.
And we also encourage not to take phone calls post your office timing if it's not very important. And we keep, organizing knowledge sharing programs where we invite people who can share how to dress, how to talk with our team, because on a regular basis they are interacting with clients. So it's important for their confidence.
So actually you are working on the soft skills of your team member also,
Yes.
which is really required today.
So actually, this came into place when we expanded our team, as Ashi mentioned. And as we grew, we realized that we need to create a little reflection of ourselves in front of the client. Then this idea came into picture that let's give a training thing to them, so they're prepared in front of the clients to deal properly.
Yeah, how to face the client, how to deal with them.
Exactly. Yeah. So that is how the entire training thing came into our mind, and we started this practice.
Right. After all, the team members are a reflection, are a part of you people also. So,
I would like to ask you, are you satisfied with our team as Afreen comes to you?
of course. Every time they call, I know you are the person that calls Afreen is a
Right.
and the way she handles it. And I have seen that also has changed in your work culture also, like before when they were interacting with us, and now you have hired more people or you have worked on them,
Right.
if I may put it that way.
So that's going in the right direction now.
Yes,
Yeah.
yes.
Yeah.
Okay, so while collaboration is very important, so is staying true to your own style is also important, especially with trends constantly evolving. So how do you strike a balance between embracing new design trends and staying true to your personal style?
So being updated is crucial for any profession, be it designing or not. And we are always in lookout for what's new in market in terms of material, in terms of technology. But at the same time, we make sure that we are incorporating only those trends that aligns with our core aesthetics. So I believe that is something we have to figure out while in a very initial stage while talking with client and understand what actually they are looking for. But at the same time, we have to look at many other factors also, like how's the architecture of the house, how's their lifestyle, and many other things. But when it comes to updating ourselves, we make sure that we are attending all the good exhibitions in India and as well as outside India, and making sure that we are incorporating newest technology as well as newest materials in our designs, but only when it aligns with our core aesthetics. So that way we are staying updated, but as well as not losing our essence.
That's very wonderful. So Ruchi, every leader has their unique approach when it comes to managing a team. What would you say are your boss styles when you are at work?
To address this question, boss style is a little superior word, I would say, because nowadays the culture is not like boss and employee. So it is more of being with the team, within the team, and then it is always about learning from them as well. Yeah, so I would say that we learn a lot from our teams also. They know the newest of softwares running. They actually come to us and show us that, ma'am, should we do this? This is gonna save our time, and this is the new Canva update that has been come. So should we try using it? So it is a two-way thing nowadays. So the best we can do is take care of them in a well manner so that they get nurtured, they get trained, and they're satisfied into their positions that we have offered them. Yeah.
Wonderful. I like your working style, the way you all are handling it. So that's wonderful. More people should learn. And your take on this, Rashi?
So I very much agree to whatever Ruchi has just said. But in addition to that, I would also like to mention that as someone who is leading a team,
Right.
we focus a lot on building systems. Because as your team grows, as number of client grows, you have to make sure that you are providing the same experience to all your clients.
Wonderful. And on the topic of style, it sounds like Azure has a distinct personality in the design world. Personal branding is something and is very big in design. How do you describe Azure as a brand?
When it comes to personal brand and when it comes to Azure as a brand. So our core values has always been quality work. Like from the day we started till today. It is something that's non-negotiable for Ruchi and I.
Right.
And to make sure that we are providing quality work to our client on a daily basis, somehow it creates a brand of its own.
Wonderful. I get it. Yes. You would like to add something to it?
I would like to add to Rashi's point that when she was mentioning that quality work, the one key point that we cultivate or we try our team to follow
Right.
is try to satisfy the client that you are dealing with. You know, every client might have a different set of requirements, but at the end of the day, all of them are looking for the requirement to be fulfilled. We examine and we talk about very little details about the lifestyle, about how they function, how much of the time they actually spend at their space, at the
Right.
place that they're designing, that they're getting designed from us, just to know that what kind of service are they expecting from us.
And also their lifestyle and just no formula kind of things that you are delivering.
Yes.
Also looking into their lifestyle, everyday ka, jo nitty-gritties, time that they spend at home, if they talk about.
Right.
Kahan samay they are spending,
How?
look into it.
Right.
That's wonderful, and
yes.
that is how Azure is now known as.
Yes.
Okay, let's understand. Dreams often serve as a driving force behind our actions and goals. Could you share some of your current dreams and aspirations?
So dreams, I would associate the word dream as goals.
Okay.
So we are the strong believer of making a goal prior to whatever we are doing.
Okay.
So we always have a yearly goal, a quarterly goal, a monthly goal, and a weekly goal, which is very much aligned internally within the team also, so that we know that all of us are functioning in the same direction, and only then the dream or the goal is achieved.
To carry forward this question, I would like to ask you, do you have a bucket list?
So we do not have a bucket list as such, but we have a long list of goals and dreams. And if we see our goals for this year or maybe past year,
Okay.
bottom line of all the goals are that we have to push boundaries.
Right.
So if you keep pushing boundaries, you are keep evolving yourself, and good clients comes to you. You don't have to go to them.
Wonderful. That's true. So in many fields, image and presentation can significantly influence success. I'm curious to know from you, Ruchi, do you believe it plays an important role in your work? And how do they impact your professional approach to it?
I do believe this is very important because apart from the field that we are in, it is important in every field. Just to give an example, even if we walk into a store or into a place, you know, all of our senses align or are awakened with the vibe of the place. How are we treated, be it a restaurant, be it a brand store, be it anything. So, you know, very much influence is given to us unknowingly from the environment. And we being interior designers, we create that kind of environment. So it is very important for us as workspace or our office or our places that we design
Right.
to speak the language.
Very true.
And for ourselves, personally, I believe, you dress for your own self. firstly you dress for your own self. So when you see yourself in the mirror, you should be confident enough to go out in the world. So I believe that the confidence in the morning boosts up from there, and then it carries, or you kind of sprinkle them and the people whom you are meeting to.
Very true.
Yeah,
True.
yes.
Understand. That's wonderful. So dressing up also, the way you dress up, it infuses confidence in you and you carry it to your workplace
It does.
and to your clients in the meeting.
Yes.
I remember a very funny incident a few years back. So, Ruchi and I, we went for a new clients meeting, and we spent few minutes there, and we were about to show our work to them. And he was like, no, I don't need to see your work. I know you'll do good job with my home just by looking at your appearances, by you looking at your attire.
That is wonderful, because this is how they get to know that you will be able to carry it forward. You'll take it nicely because you are taking time to dress yourself. You'll also do justice with the place.
Right. And personal style is very individual. And you might like someone who is very well dressed and the other person won't. So, you might have very different taste in clothes as well as design. And if a client is looking at you and he resonates with your personal style, you might like what you do with his house.
Right, wonderful. I like that take on it. Okay, so coming to next, I would like to understand, many people struggle to decorate their spaces because they aren't confident in their style choices. What is that one piece of advice you'd like to give someone who is actually hesitant to make bold design decision?
To start with, talking from a layman's perspective, it is very important for them to understand what is their personal taste. So, it is very important to understand the basics. What is your favorite color? And where do you feel the peace? Where do you feel the calm in your house?
Right.
So it may be around the greens, or it may be in your bedroom because of the color. So you just need to resonate your liking with why are you liking that place, and then to take the learnings or the exploration of their choices from that color sensations, and then taking it forward to the design part of it. So now then they can browse, they can look for options, and they need to stop at a certain point.
Okay.
Because we have seen people exploring their personal choices and then going to the social media looking for, and then they get wandered into it, so they get lost into it. We're liking this also, but you need to stop at a point.
So you need to stop at it. Do the clients need to stop at it, or you have to stop them to think more?
So this was for the layman's perspective. When we are not involved, if we are involved, we'll take care of the stopping point.
Yes, that is what I wanted.
Yeah,
because I know I'm, as a client, I come with I still, after understanding the design also, I'm all over the place. I still wanted this also, that also. So I can understand you as a designer would bring them to a certain point, making them understand that we have understood what you are liking, and please don't further explore.
yes.
Lastly, let's revisit the early days and all the growth since then. Finally, what's one piece of advice you'd give each other for handling confidence struggles, especially when you were working on the Hello Buster project?
Honestly, I think I'm a firm believer of evolving with time. And I honestly do not want to change a single thing about Rashi, because if we have become wiser with time, at that time we were not that wise enough. So it is good that we were not that smart or that wise enough or that mature to handle this big business.
Right.
But we have evolved with time. So if उस समय वो सब आता होता तो आज सीख के यहाँ नहीं पहुँचते और आज इस चीज़ की वैल्यू नहीं होती.
Wonderful.
So I think I'm just fortunate enough to have her support, and I love her the way she is. I do not want to change a single thing about her.
Wonderful, wonderful. And what about you? Would you like to change something about it?
So if we look back, I would not want to change anything about our journey, because it has been one wonderful journey. But I would like to give one advice to both of us, that we should enjoy the process.
That was wonderful, and it's been a great chat so far, and it's about to get better with our next segment, the fun segment, and it is called Who's More Likely To?
Okay.
Are we ready?
Yes, sounds interesting.
So, who is more likely to have 0 unread mails?
I think I.
Both of us.
Order 10 plus items for dinner.
I do a lot of ordering, and she's a little careful with things. Yeah.
But I like to order. So whenever Ruchi and I we go for dinner, I pick what we have to order.
Yeah.
Who is more likely to watch an SRK movie with a tissue box? Who is
I think
more
I-
right?
I am emotional. Yeah.
We know now a lot more about you. Coming to next, who is more likely to speak with vendors in their accent?
I think Rashi.
भैया ये कर लेते
Not exactly in that manner, but yeah, she knows कि इनसे ऐसे बात करने से काम हो जाएगा. And I sometimes learn from her when she does this. Yeah.
And who is more likely to miss their flight?
Ruchi.
I
That about
almost
goes to
on the verge
Ruchi.
every time. Yeah.
Without any.
Who's more likely to delay the task in hand?
Not either of us.
Why will I know the answer to this one? And who's more likely to pick a horse as a decor item?
None of us. I don't think.
Hmm.
Because, when we started off, we knew nothing about Vastu. But spending a lot of time with our clients, we know almost everything. And in Vastu, horse is a big no. So,
In certain areas, it's a big no. And for certain people, if the Vastu person recommends, then we get them for the Vastu benefits.
Wonderful, and that was the end of it. And we had such a great time having you both on the Confidence Couch. Thank you for coming.
Thank you so much. We have a lot to learn from you as well, and we're looking forward to it. We want you to be a part of our, to come to our office, to train our team, to train both of us. Yeah.
yes.
It would be my pleasure. Thank you for being here.
Thank you.
Thank you, Ruchi. Thank you, Raj.
Thank you so much.
And it's time for the quote from the couch. True confidence is to know where to let the space speak for itself, understanding that sometimes less is more. It is the art of subtlety, a powerful tool for one who is truly confident.